at, let me see who else interests me. I want to look at the Final Fantasy character. What's his name? I doesn't play him that much, right? I want to look at him, and I want to look at June. Yeah, June, that character. I ain't like to tell you, I ain't like that character too much, but we could see what's going on with these buttons, right? Following the previous update, we will be continuing to adjust moves with excessively high return relative to risk and high performance moves that can repeatedly create advantageous situations. So spamming at real advantageous moves will ain't really have no kind of high recovery time. Okay. Yeah, so leading to one size gameplay. So okay. Alright, good. So this first half already telling me the gun. All them powerful moves what we used to deal with, where people just spam the moves and it have no kind of like risks involved with them, they're gonna fine tune that. Where's the grand tune now? Right, so the tackling balance, offense and defense, which is a kind of hard, it tedious to kind of balance that to find the foot there. It don't have such thing as a perfect tune, but it has something like close to it are tolerable, moderate, yeah, and good stay as is. Right. So this is my take on from why I understand and from my perspective, okay? So don't bash me too hard. Right? So they're gonna adjust the heat system, the heat time consumption for certain moves. Oh, okay. I want to know with the first paragraph right here. I want to know, we go see whether or not it's like if it's with this is with everybody or this is particular characters. High guard crush potential moves. I'd already seen Claudio right here. I'd already seen Claudio here. Yeah, I think that's good already. Imagine having like a crush move for us. Yeah, in heat, and it ain't like burning away your heat as much now, but they're still in an advantageous situation for the aggressor. That kind of was real. That was quite much. And this go kind of like this character coming out. Fakuram. It's Fakuram. I hope I ain't butchering any name too much. Right? He has a lot of guard break moves, and him in a constant state of heat us, nah boy, that ain't gonna look too good. People will complain. So that adjusting the tracking for heat, yes. You know it is to sidestep. A man press heat and the flicking move track and hit you wax. Yeah, now you have to block. Now you have to take a mix. You understand? That was like a get out of jail free card at any given situation. Now, using this, if you could foresee it, I'm glad. Now it seems like you could sidestep this shit. If the first hit of the heat smash with the following up attacks would still track their for some characters, if the first the follow-up attacks would still oh my god, that was a real pain, bro. So let me see how to do this. So we will adjust the tracking so that if the first hit misses, so if it whiff or if you dodge it, the follow-up attacks will no longer track the opponent. Oh yes, brother. Yes. I like this. Ooh. Wait, hold on. Let's see how instant this, because at first I played right now, right? And when I used to do my heat smash, it used to follow your opponent regardless if the side stop. So now you mean to tell me, right? I do my heat smash, right? When literally it's like maybe it's not my turn or I any negative. My opponent could sidestep. I think that's amazing. Sidestep and punish hard. Yeah. Oh yes. That is a plus already. Just aim to prevent situations where the defending players is unfairly hit despite a successful evasion, tight step, yes, and improve the counterplay opportunities against hit smash. Yes. W. It have buffs or selected characters, right, within a rate that does not significantly impact the overall balance. Yeah, a little something, give little mid-tier characters or low-tier characters a little something now. Right, let me see. Eddie. Hold on. Right, let me check these buttons here. Adjusted the properties. Alright, so this is with the heat smash. Now adjust the tracking properties so follow-up attacks no longer track the opponent. If the okay, like the heat smash kind of vibes. Okay. The consumption as a minute hit change from 240 to 300. Wow, so it's yeah, 30. This go making real precise decision making, so you really can't just spam. It go have characters, it go have players who go spam, right? But they go be at a loss. So they really have to you really utilize this heat as a kind of advantageous win condition. You really have to utilize it. And during judgment case of chaos, take throw from opponent, increase the recovery by 2 frames. So it could when the first hit is blocked or worse, changing the frame advantage or block from -1 to -3. Ooh, I could take back a turn. Okay. Recovery for the third attack. I don't know why. Alright. Okay, yeah, good. Increase recovery time. So they make it a little bit more punishable. So this is I believe this is one of the advantageous moves that this character had, and they make it that she has a little bit more recovery. On the third crystal 1 frame, the opponent recovery time and blocking is reduced by 3 frames. The advantages on block has been changed from -8 to -12. Oh, more punishes, huge. Okay, the last stream I had, and we was talking about Tekken, right? Shout outs to hold on. Shout out to Acid Pack. Right? What you are saying is that Asuka, right, is like a gorilla in this game. You understand? A full-fledged gorilla. She just one bam ham you down, destroy you. If she whips her attack, it doesn't matter because she could just output damage after damage and moves like it just, yeah. So let me see how they find you in this character. Adjusted define tracking properties of the follow-up attacks that no longer track the opponents on if it, but that's the heat, right? During, I believe this is one of the stance, if you correct me, right? Adjusted the opponent's behavior on block so that the first and second hits are now blocked consecutively. Ooh. Mind you, right? They're taking data from high level players and the stats from what they're seeing on ranked on a regular basis now, but them literally seeing what is being abused. Azuzenka that he hit smash Brian. I see something with this character before. A lot of people like Brian is good, real good, but he takes like a lot of skill to play. He's not like a Unga Bunga like Asuka, right? He's not like Unga. So the hitbox. So let me see. Buff. The hitbox has been expanded downwards, elevating instances of whiffing for certain moves. Okay. So you can't duck too much. Okay. And what went down for him? Well, he hit. Okay, so it's not too much. But Claudio though. Claudio got slight nerf. It seems like. Right? The attack hitbox has been reduced to mitigate initiated occurrence of hitting opponents who were behind you. What? This move used to hit behind you, but that is a rare occurrence here. So the opponent recovery when blocking has been reduced by 2 frames, so we recover a little faster, and the advantage on block has been changed from plus 14 to plus 12. Ooh, okay, pretty good. The tracking ability against sidesteps has been reduced. Yes, thank you, Jesus boy. Thank you. Hey, Claudio Spammers, thank you. I've encountered this move, and it's like when I close the corner, that was it. that was it. So that was this is a huge. So let me see the next part, right? The hitbox has been reduced to mitigate. Okay. The opponent's recovery when blockade has been reduced by 10 frames. Right, and the advantage on block has reduced from plus 1 frame to minus 9. Ooh, very nice. The opponent's behavior on hit has been altered to not include wall stun. Very nice. Claudia was top tier horse. He still is top tier. Let me see. The attack hitbox has been reduced to mitigate unintended occurrences of hitting opponents who were behind you. Okay, alright. The tracking ability against sidesteps has been reduced. Very nice. You can't spam. So that's okay. Right. In practice mode, corrected the issue. Okay. Well, I practice mode. Right. So Devil Jin, huge character. Balance. Yeah, a little slight nerf. Right, so it can't be hit for too long. The consumption of the remaining heat has been changed from 180 to 300. Okay, then he does use a lot of heat. You have to be wary now how we're using the heat with Devil Jin. Right, the consumption. So and his heat smash. The consumption remaining. Okay, so huge. This basically with Devil Jin, the only thing they hit is like the consumption of his heat drives, right? So he won't be like certain moves that he go and do. He had to be really efficient and use them up. Like he won't be in drive for too long. So Dragunov, he has slight buff. The hitbox has been expanded downwards, elevated instances of whiffing against opponents with low stances. Okay, and that is one of his. I need to play Tekken. Let me go and check. Let me play Tekken one time. I go inside the training mode. Hold on. I need to check that move. I have to put on my Game Boy. Chat. That's why you see. Leave a like on this video. Leave a like and support the channel. Support the content. Right, sooner or later, your likes and them will help me buy that PC, and we will be able to do like while we're doing this, we go in training mode and we go like do the moves. We will do the moves on the NPC and whatnot. But currently, I only have console, so I'm limited. I'm limited to what I can do. So Eddie during hit, oh lord, Eddie is a pain character, dog. Okay. Oh, very nice. Was Eddie sweet? Eddie's. It was Eddie boy? That the boxer guy? No. Oh, it have Karate Kid. Very nice. Alright, let me go in practice. Alright, so they didn't tackle Eddie too much. I think Eddie is the guy with the kind of kicks. Nobody kicks. He have this dancing fighting style. So okay, alright. Feng, the only tackle with the heat. So far, let me see, they change their behavior and counter hits. I don't understand. I would like them to explain a little bit more concerning that. Right, so Feng. So let me see, the damage changed from 20 to 18, a slight nerf on that move. The opponent's recovery time when blocking is reduced by 2 frames. And the advantage on block has been changed from -12 to -14, bro. Wow. Wow, you can't get away now, huh? Claudio, so we reached by fine. So Huarang, okay. So Huarang the bring, but the behavior on counter hit is aligned with that of normal hits. Huh. They only change that? Okay. Jacket, only the hit. Jin, that is the hit smash. That is what everybody got. The slight nerf to hit smash. Right. His 2 dice 2 1 3. Let me see, they change the opponent's behavior on counter hit. I don't understand what they mean by change the opponent's behavior. If somebody could kind of elaborate with me that on the in the, what's called this thing? Elaborate me in the comments concerning that part. Alright, let me go on the next one. Kazuya. It seems like Kazuya get the same thing from with the Devil Jin, right? Where they consume even more heat. The hit smash, yeah, general everything. Okay. They didn't really nerf any other moves or whatnot, which Kazuya in a good lane us. Right? Kuma, hit smash during hunting. Fix the issue where unintended behavior would occur when performing this action while facing away from the opponent. Okay, cool. So nothing too much, but Lars, we come to my boy Lars, the hit smash. Okay, everybody got that. The consumption rate, okay. Increase the recovery by 2 frames when the first hit is blocked or whiffs. Pause. Right now I'm in the game right now. I need to look at this. Who's my boy Lars? King Swagger. Right after this we go play some Tekken. Right? Let's put the block all. So that move is, yeah boy, -12. Wow, shit. So wait, when the first hit is blocked or whiffs, changing the frame advantage from -1 to -3. Oh my god. The tracking ability of the second hit against sidesteps has been reduced. Oh my god, you can't spam this move anymore. Recovery time on the third attack is increased by 1 frame. So oh shit. The opponent's recovery time when blocking has been reduced by 3 frames, so to recover faster. The advantage on block has been changed from -8 to, yep, -12. Yes, reduce the knockback distance when the attack is blocked. Before, it used to have a bigger distance when I do that kick. Now I still close by -12, bro. No. Okay. So, okay, that is the running. That's our running move. Yes, that is -13, bro. Okay. The opponent's recovery time and blocking has been reduced by 3 frames, and the advantage on block has been changed from +7 to +4. Ooh. Ooh. So here, okay. So he won't be too plus in your face. Okay, so most likely you just get like a poke afterwards, a poke or maybe a sidestep. Okay. So his back one has been changed. The opponent behavior upon counter. I still don't understand that term, but that's still -9 anyways. So this is like the entry stances, I believe. No. Adjusted the collision detection with the opponent to make it more difficult to slip under a floating opponent by extending the collision upwards. Ooh la la. Ooh la la. So this is like the end. Okay. So there's the links into the entries. Okay, alright. Alright. Adjusted. Okay. So the make him. So from my casual brain, from what I see in here, the reduce, you see, it used to have times when Lazar just go sicko mode, right, with the stances. Now you have to be wary on how you're using your stances even more. And some of the tracking moves what Laz used to be using all the time, you had to kind of like, I think you had to play like tick throw with this guy now, boy. Like a kind of bait and switch. This ain't really fully. I need to test it out in some rank though. We will test this out in some rank. Right, so Law, during the dragon charge, change the opponent's behavior and counter hit. I do not understand too much what it means by the opponent's behavior. If it can elaborate on that. So while crouching, adjust the timing for transitioning into a jump specifically from a crouching state. Oh, I think this used to be tying up with one of the flip moves. Okay. Lee changed the damage from 9.9 to 9.12. Okay. So you get some slight buffs. Adjusted the distance between characters on the first hit to reduce the occurrence of the second hit with it. So it's consistent. Very nice. So the back tree. Let me see. The damage changed from 17 to 20. Buff. When rising, a next buff, the opponent's recovery time and blocking has been increased by 1 frame, and the advantage on block has been changed from -14 to -13. Oh, slight buff, slight. Right. The heat. Everyone get hit with the heat nerf. Slight buff. The distance from opponent has been reduced when the second hit connects in order to alleviate within midway through. I see this is like a consistency problem, a consistency buff. Right, so the hitbox of the third hit has been enlarged to mitigate occurrence from within. Yeah, this is a consistency buff. Right, huge. Right, so this is a hit when crouching. Right, okay, so you won't get tapped with the move, so to make it more precise. Okay, cool. Lee eaten. Nice. So Lee, you know, this is with the heat. This is the heat smash and the heating, the heat consumption. All right, Lily tracking capability. This is slight buffs. The tracking capability of the second hit has been enhanced when landing the first hit. I like how they say that when landing the first hit, so mitigating their concern within midway through. Okay, very nice. Tracking has been enhanced. Okay, so she gets slight buff in her tracking capability and her consistency with these two moves. Paul, we skipping the heat part. Right? So during deep dive, change your opponent's behavior upon hit. Ain't quite too sure no. There's only one buff he gets. The input during heat while crouching corrected an issue where the first hit startup was incorrectly set to 15 frames. It has now been fixed to the intended 14 frames. Okay, Rena, heat. Okay, Rena ain't get touched too much. She avoided. Yeah, Rena in her state, dog. She good, boy. Yeah, she's not excellent, but she's great horse. Great character design. I really like Rena too bad, boy. Alright, Shaheen. I haven't seen this character much in gameplay. I think he's a very cool character. The only thing that touches the heat. Steve, the only touch the heat. Victor, the only touch the heat. You didn't get anything else. Zayu, the heat drive. The heat drive and the heat smash. Yoshimitsu, heat drive, heat smash. Zafira, the heat drive. Oh, and somebody moves get buff. The health consumption has been changed from 18 to 10. Okay. The health okay. Scarecrow stance. A lot of shit things were dealing health consumption changed from 18 to 10. And certain moves was 24 and also 18. And okay. And that was the balance patch. Guys, what you guys think about this balance patch? You guys let me know. Right? So far I think is a big W in terms of like the oppressiveness of the get out of jail free card heat smash. That move dumb. That move I like. I something new, but the way how it was where you could just literally get out of jail free card anytime. No kind of punishes whatsoever. When you do your heat smash, it auto tracking you. So you had to take down pressure, and some characters that was in heat smash, heat state for so long. It's like, bro, when this shit go and end, why you doing forward advancing moves and you still have so much heat to just spam and work with? No, you had to play tactical with your heat smash and your heat drive. Yeah, you can't just hit them the 1-2 and feel you get away from that. No, you will actually see the skilled player say, you like to spam in this situation. I could, with the righteous read, it's still a 50-50. You understand? But skilled opponents will start to sidestep heat smash, bro, and heat engages and punish accordingly, and you will love to see that. Right? You will love to see that. I like how the pay attention to some of the moves what used to be whiffing. Like after when you get a confirm, like the other move whiff, yeah, they address that. Some characters get slight buff, but not too overpowered, just enough to it ain't gonna affect too much with the Tekken World Tour. You understand? But this is a good direction with Tekken heading, right? This is a good direction with Tekken heading, from my eyes, right? This is my opinion.